think to yourself, where would life lead you without a path to follow? Life would be incapable of maintaining a constant direction. The decisions you make every day last a lifetime, both the good and bad. A bad decision is one in which you override your senses and choose an option that you know you should not. Without the guidance of the Spirit of God, the path of righteousness is hidden. In accordance to humanity, the path of one's own will is the correct way. We all take our own way over God's. But which path do you know is right? There's a time in everyone's life where we consecrate all of our decisions and leave them in God's hands. But quickly, as our lives advance, worldly distractions take us off the path and we lose sight of God and the plans that He would have had for us, if we stayed on the path. Before we know it, we're caught up in the plans that the world has, and we ask God for forgiveness and for the ability to walk on His path once more. Every day, the human mind gives us more than 12,000 decisions to make. Each of these decisions can affect the results of where we end up on the path of righteousness. There was this guy named Josh at one point in time. As a child and teenager, he grew up in the church. His father was a pastor, and his mother was the leader of the local women's Bible study. Every Wednesday night, he would go to his youth group. Born and raised in the church and private Christian school, he decided he wanted to go to public school the year after. His only mistake? The lack of prayer of this decision. After 3 months of the new world he had obtained, he met a girl, Ashley. She had the same situation as Josh, a close family of the church, and attended the youth group every Wednesday. Quickly, Josh became close with Ashley, abandoning his friends from the Christian school he had left behind and acquainting himself with new friends from his new school. Before he knew it, Josh accepted the idea of marijuana, alcohol, and cocaine usage, depleting any amount of moral humanity he had left in his life. One night, he invited Ashley over without telling her that his parents weren't home. At the age of 17, Josh was convicted for the crimes of underage drinking, illegal drugs, and rape. The last page of his profile ended with a word in bold: suicide. Josh kept his eyes off the path, and the world mischievously shared with him new ideas that he thought he would never take part of. One small decision without prayer and meditation leads us, the lambs, astray from the pasture. According to John 5:30, God says you can do nothing on your own. As you hear, you judge, and my judgment is just, because you seek not your own will, but the will of mine. As humans, we are driven by relationships with others, and countless times in life we are tempted to side with the secular. The path of righteousness continues on until that white light is at the end of the path. We must strive after the one true God, sprint toward the one that is the bringer of peace and just judgment. The Spirit of God is impressively constant and stays with us the whole time, either on the path or off. The pride of humanity left us oblivious and impervious of the God that was the Father needed in a broken home, the one who would lead to forever peace and bring all families together at the end. We strive to be relentless after the one. We just need to decide which path to take.